Hi guys, my name's Lorna and today I'm going to make two turkeys. I'm going to make one in the oven and one in the slow cooker, and then we'll compare them, see how we get on. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, so here we go. This is turkey number one going into the slow cooker. So you'll have to excuse me, I'm absolutely loaded with the cold. So I've dried my turkey. I've taken the neck out of the inside and the giblets. Maybe if you can listen carefully enough, you will hear my cat feasting on the neck as we speak. He is very happy at the moment. So usually if I'm cooking a chicken in the slow cooker, I'll put some veg in the bottom. But I've tested this to make sure it's going to fit, and it just fits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the turkey in first, and then I'll fit the veg round about, because obviously I don't want to make it too high that the lid won't shut. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to stuff the inside. So I'm putting half an orange and half a lemon in the cavity. Oops. And I'm also putting half an onion inside. Just like so. And lost it. A wee bit of garlic. And I'll shove this in from the other side. And there we go. And I'm going to get my brush, if I can find it. I'm going to give my hands a wee wash. Right, here we go, got my brush, and I'm using some rosemary olive oil. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to brush some on the underside, like so. And then I'm going to use this hand that I haven't retouched the turkey with. I don't want people saying, blah 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 blah. So here we go, that's some celery salt. And I'm just going to rub that in. And some parsley. And I'll sprinkle this over. And this is the bottom end of the turkey. So turn it back over and we're going to lift it in. Now, some of you will know my slow cooker pot is broken, so therefore I'm using a slow cooker liner. However, if you're planning on taking your turkey out and you want to serve it on the table, then it's a good idea to use a slow cooker liner or line your slow cooker with some foil, so that you can lift it out without it all breaking up, because it will fall to bits. Right, so now I'm going to brush the top of the turkey with this rosemary olive oil. We do not want it to go all dry. Now the plan is, once we take it out, we're hoping it's going to lift out nicely because of the slow cooker liner, and we're going to be able to brown it in the oven. Right, I'm just going to wash my hands again. So we go, hands washed and dried, and I'm going to sprinkle a bit of parsley on the top. Now you can use whatever herbs and seasonings that you want. You do not need to use the same as me. There we go. And like I said, I'm just going to fit these carrots and onions round about it. Now you might think, well, what's the point? The point is, this will cook down, it'll fall down, it'll release some juices, and what we want to do, once we've taken our turkey out, we're going to tip out our juices, and we're going to use them to make gravy. So there we are, that's it, it's in, lid fits. This is a 5.5 litre slow cooker, and it's a 3.5 kilo turkey, which serves about 6 to 8. So if it didn't fit, so say it was like sitting like this, then what I would say would be put some foil over the top, set your lid on it, because it will eventually fall down as it cooks. You know, it sort of, and your lid will fit. So there we have it. So you can cook this for, it says 4 to 6 hours on high. I would say 6 hours on high, but I'm going to do mine on low. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to show the option of doing it overnight. So you could literally have this Christmas Eve, when you're going to bed, come in, switch it on to low. When you get up the next morning, it's ready. So 10 to 12 hours on low, and then you just, as I say, we'll take it out. I'll show you once it's done. We'll take it out and we'll put it in the oven just to crisp up the skin. It won't be needed, it will be cooked, but it will just crisp up the skin and make it look a wee bit more attractive, because they do have the sort of albino look about it if we don't. So that's us. Slow cooker on to low. And we'll come back to that in 12 hours. So here we go, this is turkey number 2, and this one's slightly bigger. This is 4 kilos. Yeah, 4 kilos. So this one's going in the oven. So over here I've got my oven dish, my roaster, with my metal tray, and I've got loads of foil, and I'll explain that in a minute. I've got a little drop of onion in the bottom, some carrot and some leek, and I'm going to put some boiling hot water in there just in a second. But first of all, I'm going with, what have I done with my knife? It's here. I'm going with the same inside. I'm going to put the lemon inside and the orange, and then give my hands a quick wash. There we go. And this time I'm going to put the celery salt and the parsley into some melted butter, and I'm going to do the underside of my turkey and brush it on. Like so. And then I'm just going to lift that onto there. And I'm going to brush the rest over it. Like so. There we are. Clean this round a wee bit. Now I'm just going to get my boiling water. So here we are, I'm just pouring a little drop of water into the bottom of the tray. And the reason for that is that we want to cause sort of steam inside. So what we're going to do here, right, we're going like this, okay, and then we're tucking this down. And what we want to do is cause no steam to get out. We want the steam to build up inside and basically steam our turkey so that it stays nice and juicy and moist. Okay, so now that we've got it all wrapped up, we're going to put it in the oven. We're going to cook it at gas mark 4, which is 160 degrees. We're going to cook it for 2 hours and 50 minutes. But for the last half an hour, I'm going to take the foil off So I'm going to put it in for 2 hours and 20 minutes, and then I'll remove the foil, and that'll let the skin crisp up nicely, and then we'll take it out. We'll wrap it in foil again to let it rest before we serve it. So here we go. So here we are. Let's have a wee look at the turkey, shall we? See how it's doing. Fold back the foil. Just watch when the steam comes bailing out. There we go. Fold this over. So, and then, oh, hot, hot, hot. A wee bit stuck there. I'm just trying to tear it off so that it doesn't rip the skin off. So there we go. Look at that. I know you can't smell it, but my goodness me, it is making me hungry. Now you see I'm not ripping my foil off here because eventually when I want to take this out and I'm going to wrap it back in foil, I want to let it rest. So what I don't want to do is have to put another whole wad of foil on it. I want to keep the foil. So, standard test. Get your skewer in. We look and see. Make sure that the juices are all going to run clear. Yep. And to get it right in at his thighs. Perfect. So he's looking pretty good. I'm just going to put him back in. I'm only going to give it another 10 minutes maybe, because I want to get him a wee bit browner but not burnt. I want to just crisp up that skin a wee bit. So let's get him back in the oven. So here we go. This is our beautiful turkey, looking absolutely gorgeous, and hopefully going to taste the same. So, little trick, just to get my so here we go. I'm going to probably make a bit of a mess here doing this, but we want to be able to make our gravy whilst our turkey is resting. So I've just got another tray here, and I'm just going to lift this out, and I'm going to shake it off, pour out the juices. Try not to drop my turkey. There we go. And I'm just going to get a pot. My pot here. Put my gloves on. Pouring that in. Oh, and catch it. Now that there is going to become my gravy, and this turkey here is going to get lifted back in, and it's going to get wrapped back up. Like so, and then like so. And I'm going to put a couple of tea towels over the top. I'm going to leave it to the side and I'm going to let him rest so that the meat's lovely and succulent when we come to carve it. And that means on the big day, get him out the oven, get him wrapped up out the way, and then you can get your roast potatoes or your stuffing or whatever else into the oven if you've only got the one oven. So here we are. This is me. Now, I cooked this overnight in the slow cooker, so it was on for 12 hours on low, and I just put it off this morning because I was rushing out to an appointment. So it's cooled down completely now, but you can see actually, I'm not sure that mine even needs to get put in the oven to get colour to it. Maybe if you wanted crispy skin, yeah, but I don't really think it's required. So it's going to be a bit messy here, but it's alright because I've let it cool down. Should be able to get it out, no bother. But like I said before, you know, when you're using this, you could just lift it out like that and then pick everything out. But I'm going to try and get my hands. It might well still fall apart. Get my hands right in underneath it. I'm losing a wing. I'm losing a leg and I'm losing a wing. Ah. Fell to bits. Okay, so don't do that. Would be the... Look at that. Look how tender that meat is. It's amazing. So yeah, I would advise definitely have to lift it out because it's fell to bits. But look how tender it is. Meat's amazing. So there you have it. Slow cooked. It's actually really citrusy. The flavours definitely went through this turkey much more than the one that we cooked in the oven. This is definitely more flavourful, and the meat is a lot moister. As I say, the skin's not crispy, so if you wanted you could stick it in the oven. So if you're going to do it in a slow cooker, I would advise you use a slow cooker liner, and look at this another bit, and you lift it out with that in the liner and then transfer it to the oven. Sorry I had to nip off there when my sister phoned. So coming back to my turkey, when I've been on the phone here, I've been sitting picking at it and eating bits and it's really tasty. So yeah, there we have it. I mean, I made a mistake taking that out, so you'll know not to do that. I'm just going to pick in at this breast meat. I mean, you can see how much more juicy that is than the one that we did in the oven yesterday. It definitely is, and yep, it's lovely. So in reality, you could put that, I know people eat their Christmas dinner at different times. I mean, we have ours sort of late afternoon, but I know a lot of people have it at lunchtime. So in reality, you could put this in your slow cooker on Christmas Eve when you go to your bed. When you get up in the morning, switch it off, leave the lid on, and then that's it rested. Or if you want to put it in the oven, you know, lift the whole bag out, pick everything else off. This bag can go in the oven as well. It's like a roasting bag, so you don't need to worry about it burning. You just lift it from that straight into onto a tray. Just fold this down and then put it in the oven. Just to heat it up, or even under the grill if you just want to put a bit of colour on it and get your skin crispy. And then take it out, and then what I would do is I would cut the bag. So I would cut down underneath it and then just pull the bag apart once you've got it sitting where you want it. And then just cover it up and let it rest whilst you cook everything else. So yeah, I think I might do mine. I think I might do my one for Christmas Day in the slow cooker. Perfect.